Welcome to the EDM in Art and Art Education. We are thrilled that you are joining us. My name is Olga Hubbard, and I advise most EDM students. The exception are students in the Creative Technologies concentration, whose advisor is Professor Richard Yoakum. If you are in the Creative Technologies concentration, please make sure to contact Professor Yoakum. In this tutorial, I will walk you through all the general requirements of the EDM and give you a sense of what your program will look like. Before we start, please make sure that you have access to your own copy of the program plan checklist. That is the document that you see on the screen right now. You can download this checklist from the Art Education EDM Advisement website. Let's start with an overview. The EDM program is comprised of a series of courses that together add up to 60 credits. Students in the EDM have the option of doing a concentration, a series of courses focused on a particular area that become part of their degree. We currently have concentrations in creative technologies, in museum education, and in art pedagogy and teaching. EDM students also have the option of not doing a concentration or of creating their own concentration in consultation with their advisor. If you have particular interests and wish to develop a concentration around them, please let your advisor know. A few words on transfer credits. If you have relevant graduate level credits that you earned in another institution, you may be able to transfer them into the EDM. Students in the Creative Technologies concentration may transfer up to 25 graduate credits. All other students may transfer up to 30 credits. To find out if you can transfer credits you earned previously, please request a transcript review for this purpose at the registrar's office. Keep in mind that transfer credits will not replace any required courses. Rather, they will count as electives. In terms of the timeline, if you are doing the program full-time, it will take you at least 2 years to complete it. This will be the case even if you transfer 30 credits, and this is because of the way courses in the research sequence are organized. I will talk more about this research sequence in just a little bit. If you're doing the program part-time, you may take up to 5 years to complete it. To be clear, the program cannot be completed in less than 2 years, and there are no exceptions. Let's go over your courses now. As you can see in the program plan checklist, required courses are organized into a series of categories. We have art education courses, we have the art education research sequence, we have your breadth or out-of-program courses, and we have elective courses. If you are doing a concentration, you will need to complete concentration courses as well. I will go over details of your courses in a little bit, but first a few general clarifications. So Teachers College has a fall term and a spring term. Each one is 15 weeks long. We also have 2 summer terms, Summer A and Summer B. Each summer term is 6 weeks long. In the program in Art and Art Education, a course may be offered in the fall term only, in the spring term only, in the summer term only, or in more than one term. The parentheses to the right of each course in your program plan, these parentheses right here, tell you when a particular course is offered. F stands for fall, SP stands for spring, and SU stands for summer. Because some required courses are only offered in either fall or spring, and because some courses cannot be taken until you have taken the appropriate prerequisite course, you must plan when to take each course carefully. The program plan in front of you is meant to help you do just this. Let me talk a little bit about credit points. As you see in the program plan, some courses are offered for variable credit points. So they may be offered for 1, 2, 3, or 4 credits. When this is the case, you have the option of deciding how many credits you want to take. Regardless of the credit load, the content of the course and the amount of class time will be exactly the same. The difference will be in the work that you, the student, are expected to do outside of class. So you will be required to do more homework if you choose to take the class for 3 credits than if you choose to take the class for 2 credits. To graduate, you must complete all your required courses, electives, and concentration courses if you are taking one, and to accrue a total of 60 points. The more credit points you allocate to your required courses up here, the less credit points you will have for your elective courses. And the less credits you allocate to your required courses, the 3 categories at the top, the more credits you will have to play when you are selecting elective courses. How you handle this allocation is your choice. Let's talk about the credit load. In the spring and fall terms, 12 credits constitute a full-time load. We generally recommend that students do not take more than 12 credits per semester, as the workload at Teachers College is very heavy. Students who are confident that they can complete a heavier load successfully may take up to 15 credits in fall and in spring. The maximum load for each summer term is 9 credits. As an important parenthesis, most financial aid considers 6 credits per semester as full-time. For more information on this, please consult with the financial aid office. International students are required to maintain a full-time 12-credit load every spring and fall semester, though some exceptions can be made. For more information, please refer to the FAQ that are part of your online advising tutorial and consult with the Office of International Services. Okay, so let's go over the various categories of courses now. First, the art education core courses. You are required to take one artistic development class, artistic development of children or artistic development of adolescents. We recommend that you take your selected development course during your first year at Teachers College. If you wish to take both artistic development courses, you may take the second one as an elective. A second required course is Art in Visual Culture. This is a fall course. It is recommended that you take this course your first fall at Teachers College, but you can take it later as well if you need to. You are required to take 3 studio courses. These studio art courses are required whether you have no art experience or whether you are an experienced artist with an MFA, an exhibition record, and lots of studio courses. There will be no exceptions. You can take your studios anytime before graduation. In terms of studios, we offer intro to advanced studios in drawing, painting, photography, printmaking, ceramics, sculpture and mixed media, video art, and creative technologies. Students who are experienced artists capable of independent work may also fulfill studio requirements through credit-bearing independent studio work under the guidance of an instructor. To do independent studio work, you need to first make sure that a studio instructor is able and willing to work with you. You can find information on how to secure, I will talk about how to secure instructor approval towards the end of this tutorial. But now let's go over the research sequence courses. The research sequence consists of 3 consecutive courses, which must be taken in the order in which they appear in the program plan. The first course you must take is Research Methods in Art Education. If you're doing the program full-time, you must take this course during your first fall at Teachers College. The next course is the Master's Seminar, which you must take the subsequent fall. And then the spring that follows, your last one at Teachers College, you must take the Advanced Seminar. In the Master's Seminar and the Advanced Seminar, you will develop your Master's Special Project or Thesis, which is an essential requirement for graduation. If you're doing the program part-time, you must make sure to take the 3 courses in the research sequence in the same order. So first, Research Methods, second, Master's Seminar, and third, Advanced Seminar. As you plan your program, keep in mind that Research Methods in Art Education and Master's Seminar are only offered in the fall, and Advanced Seminar is only offered in the spring. Make sure that you take these courses as close to each other as possible, because your work and understandings will carry from one course to the next. Next, we have the breadth or out-of-program courses. These courses are meant to contribute to a well-rounded education. They are important because they offer relevant perspectives beyond your area of specialization. Any Teachers College course that is outside of art education qualifies as a breadth course. As you may have gleaned from your program plan, the prefix for art education courses is A and HA. Any Teachers College course that has a prefix different from A and HA, whatever it may be, will qualify as a breadth course. Some important things to keep in mind regarding breadth courses. First, you are required to take 6 credit points in breadth courses total. You can distribute these credits any way you want, however. So for example, you might take 2 3-credit courses, or 3 2-credit courses, or one 3-credit course, one 2-credit course, and one 1-credit course to accrue your 6 credits. Second important thing to keep in mind, breadth courses must be taken at Teachers College. They cannot be taken at Columbia University or at any other institution. And finally, the breadth requirement is obligatory for all master's students at TC, regardless of program or department. It cannot be waived. You can take your breadth courses anytime before you graduate. It is important that you run them by your advisor before registering, though. Let's talk about the optional concentrations. As mentioned earlier, you have the option of doing a concentration within the EDM. We offer concentrations in creative technologies, in museum education, and in art education, teaching, and pedagogy. Each one consists of a series of courses in their respective area. You can also construct your own concentration in consultation with your advisor. Concentration courses vary from one concentration to the next, obviously. If you're doing the museum education concentration, please complete the appropriate tutorial after you finish this one. If you're doing the creative technologies concentration, please speak with Professor Yoakum. And if you are doing the art education, pedagogy, and teaching concentration, please refer to the art education program website. Let's talk about electives. Depending on how many credit points you allocate to your required courses, how many points you transfer from other degrees, and how many points you allocate to courses in your concentration, if you're doing one, you will be left with somewhere between 0 and 37 points for electives. Any Teachers College course that you choose based on your interests counts as an elective. Electives can be courses in art education, including studios, or they can be courses in other programs and departments. You can find offerings for this semester in the schedule in the Teachers College website. You may distribute the credits that you will allocate to electives in any way you want. That is, you may take courses for 1 credit, for 2 credits, for 3, or for 4 credits, as long as you ultimately accrue the number of credits that you need. In other words, 60 credits. It is important that you run the electives you wish to take by your advisor before you register. Note that for the EDM, electives can also be taken at Columbia University, as long as they are graduate level and relevant to your program of study. If you identify a course beyond Teachers College that you wish to take as an elective, it is particularly important that you consult with your advisor, as the process for registration can be a little bit tricky. Let's talk now about securing special permission for a course that is listed as requiring special permission, which you will find every so often, or if you are interested in a course that is already closed. In these cases, you must contact the individual instructor and ask if you might be able to join the course. We recommend that you send an email and you introduce yourself, explain why you are interested in that course, and ask if the instructor will allow you to register. Instructors' contact information is available in the TC website through the Search for People box on the homepage. If permission is granted, you need to follow the appropriate procedure to register. Depending on the situation, this will involve filling out a form, having the instructor sign it and taking it to the registrar's office, or it can involve contacting a specific department's office with the following information: the course name, the course number, the course CRN, your name and TIN number, and evidence of the instructor's approval, for example, in an email. Please ask the instructor how you should proceed. Once you are cleared by the registrar or by the specific department to register, you must still register for the course through the TC online registration system. So how do you use the checklist, the program plan checklist that is in front of you right now? This checklist is meant to help you plan your program. It is designed so you can make note of when you will take each class as you progress from one semester to the next. On the column on the left, you will find all the courses that comprise your program, with blank areas whenever you have some choice, as is the case with breadth courses and electives. Each column to the right, these columns right here, is devoted to a semester. Blacked out areas indicate that a particular course is not offered in a given semester. So, as you fill out this sheet, what you do is you click on an appropriate cell to indicate that you want to take a given class in a particular semester. So let's say you want to take artistic development of children in the fall. You click on there, and a drop-down menu will appear, where you can select the number of credits that you will take the class for. So let's say 2 here. And let's pretend that you're taking research methods in art education for 3 credits in this semester. And that should be black, not white. In any case, we will fix that. And if you scroll to the bottom of the page, what you will find out is that the form automatically adds up the number of credits that you are taking per semester. And it also adds the number of credits that you accumulate as you go from one semester to the next. You can revise the program plan as needed as you go from one semester to the next. And you see it continues to add credits per semester as well as cumulative credits. So you can revise the program as needed as you move along the program, as long as you ultimately fulfill all requirements. If you transfer any credits into the EDM, you should enter them in the appropriate box, this box over here, at the top right of your program plan. This way, the credits will be added to your cumulative sum of credits. It is important that you save your program plan checklist with your name on the title. Also write your name and the date you entered the program in the spaces provided over here at the top of the document. This information will be really helpful when you share your plan with your advisor for approval. So we are coming to the end of this first tutorial video. What do you do now? Now that you have completed part 1 of the tutorial, you need to do a couple of things. First, if you're doing the museum concentration, complete the museum concentration brief tutorial. If you're doing the creative technologies concentration, make sure you speak with Professor Yoakum. And if you are doing the art education teaching and pedagogy concentration, make sure you refer to the requirements in the art education program website. Regardless of whether or not you are doing a concentration, complete part 2 of the advising tutorial, the frequently asked questions. And only after you have completed part 2, that is the frequently asked questions, spend some time with your program plan checklist and fill it out to the best of your abilities. If you're in the CTC concentration, you will receive a specific program plan that specifies your concentration courses. And you will get this from Dr. Yoakum. Make sure to indicate which courses you think you should take this semester in your program plan, and feel free to envision what you might take later on as well. Regarding your breadth and elective courses, keep in mind that the TC schedule for future semesters is very likely to change. So while you might begin to consider possibilities right now, it's important that you remain flexible. You will certainly be able to make changes as long as you ultimately meet all requirements and accrue 60 credits. And finally, remember to save your program plan checklist with your name on the title. As soon as you have it ready, email it to your advisor. Your advisor will go over it, and once they approve it, you will receive a PIN number, which will be important for you the first time you register for courses. This concludes the first part of your advising tutorial.